Hello, how's it going guys? It's me fazyFiq and hari ni kita akan recap balik version 3.3 punya livestream hari tu. Aku pun memang ada buat watch party hari tu masa berlangsungnya version 3.3 punya livestream. And thank you juga dekat korang semua yang join aku punya livestream hari tu. Banyak benda menarik yang akan datang dalam version 3.3 nanti. So sekarang ni tak buang masa lagi lah. Jom kita tengok balik recap livestream hari tu. Yes sir.
A friendly word of advice. Test of courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories.
Ada crow di situ.
So please, be sure to exercise caution.
How was that? Were you scared?
Oh, ini Halloween. No, aku tak rasa Halloween pun. Macam dah terlepas lama.
So, is there really a ghost around here?
Tapi macam, aku rasa diorang baru nak masukkan ke Halloween punya event ni.
Are you talking to me?
Okay, siapa binah tu? Oh, the toy.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh,
Dottore.
so dia ada cerita jugalah macam mana Wanderer ni boleh berubah pada apa, elektro ke animo ni.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh, sheesh. Agak cool di situ. Rasa tu macam Akan Quest juga kot. Kot lah. Look at that. Member boleh fly. Itu yang macam aku, wow, not bad dia ni. Faruzan.
Dare to mess with me?
4-star character tapi tak macam 4-star. Design dia memang lawa. Geram je aku.
Too late for regret.
Oh, dia bow.
Have fun with this gift.
Oh, okay. Bro, macam mana?
Scaramouche. The mere
What did that
fact
win?
of your utility
Oh, okay,
does
that
not make you indestructible.
All sense clear, all existence void.
We ran into two people at the academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. From what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Right, here we
At
go.
least that's what they thought. Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged. Oh,
Akan Quest. Oh, okay.
Wait, why are they talking about Tatarasuna?
Kita ada new Akan Quest lagi.
I guess we'll have to see.
And
It
aku
is
rasa dekat
interesting
pokok
though to
tu,
see the Traveler
yang
and Akira
puncanya
and
macam si
Scaramouche
sekarang ni
all
akan tukar
together
dia
so
punya
peacefully like that.
vision tu semua.
Yeah,
Aku rasa
yeah.
lah. Kecil tak perlu
But
liran.
The
Dia akan datang
Wanderer is also
bila-bila
going to
je.
be a new playable character in version 3.3. So let's talk about that. I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah, sure thing. Let's have a look at the Wanderer
Gameplay.
in combat. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
So kira kalau Wanderer
The wind
dah
rises.
dalam Animo Vision ni dia jadi baik ke apa? Aku pun tak sure. Aku punya Akan Quest tak habis lagi sebenarnya.
Bow your head.
Animo dia agak cool lah sikit. Macam lain daripada lain. Oh.
All right,
Okay.
Patrick,
Okay,
you're
itu
up.
aku tak expect.
Help introduce the Wanderer
Itu dia
for
punya
us.
Sure thing.
idol animation
the
baru
Wanderer
eh.
is a catalyst
Okay,
user
siapa
and
yang
has
Sim
an
suka
animal
tu?
vision, so he uses wind blades to perform ranged normal attacks.
Wait a second, Windblades?
Not the same as the Traveler's wind blade, though.
Okay.
So, as everyone probably already noticed, the Wanderer can hover in the air when he casts his elemental
Ya, itu
skill.
yang aku suka.
Upon
Macam,
using his
what?
elemental skill,
Agak
he
cool
will
sikit lah pada
first deal
aku.
AoE damage before leaping into the air and entering a
Sebab aku pun
hovering
tak ada macam
state.
karakter Venti
while
dengan
hovering,
Kazuha.
the Wanderer's
So,
normal and charge attacks will be
Wanderer
converted
ni
into
akan
Kugo,
pukul masa rerun.
Fushidon, and
Maybe lah.
Kugutofukai respectively. Typical
You're gonna
stamina
pull for
meter.
Skara?
There
No.
are many possible actions
This
the
time,
Wanderer can perform
version
while
3.3
hovering in
fully
the air,
skip. Tak ada
which
nak pull
all
sesiapa.
rely on Kuguryoku points rather
Primus
than
semuanya
stamina.
standby untuk version
So,
3.4 nanti.
for example, sprinting mid-air will
Skara
consume
DPS,
additional
yep.
Kuguryo
Rasanya Skara
components
DPS.
to accelerate mid-air. And holding the sprint button will cause
Kalau tengok gameplay
persistent
dia
point
memang
consumption
gameplay DPS.
to maintain speed. Alright, this brings us to the Wanderer's
Yes,
Elemental Burst.
Yay!
5
So,
ceremonial
check this out.
plays.
Upon unleashing his burst, he compresses the atmosphere and stomps it down toward the enemy. So, travelers should note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then
Oh,
the
pun
hovering
boleh.
state will end and he will begin descending after the burst is completed.
Okay,
Aku rasa
this
damage- masa dia
stomping
punya burst
animation
mesti
is a little aggressive.
tinggi,
Yeah, but it's cool.
I know, and it actually suits his character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't help but agree.
Wait.
I
Let's
like
not
that.
forget
I
about
like
the
that. Aku suka dia
exploration
punya gameplay.
talent.
Ah,
Playstyle
yes.
dia memang nice.
This is an interesting
Oh,
one.
kita ada
The
ni artifacts
Wanderer
baru.
can decrease the mora
Kan?
required when ascending
Dia
bows and
bukan artifact sebenarnya, dia
catalysts.
punya weapon.
Hey now, you can never complain
Tulai-
about saving
apa tadi
more,
nama dia?
huh? Am I right?
Okay,
Huh?
that's true.
Tulai tulah.
All right, now that
Remembrance.
we've seen the Wanderer, let's move on to the next new
Okay.
character.
Nama dia
Are
agak
you
bayi
ready?
sikit belakang
I'm
tu.
ready.
Yay!
Ni apa, Faruzan?
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam
old.
Faruzan, and I'll see if I can pick that up.
Asal karakter yang nampak macam budak-budak, tapi sebenarnya diorang tak tua pun. I mean diorang tak muda pun. Diorang tua.
What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments? Huh. Wait,
Miku.
did you forget to call me Madam Faruzan just now when you asked your question? Whoa! What?
Miku dah masuk dalam Genshin.
There's nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age.
Oh, she sounds
gosh.
sassy.
Yeah, and smart
Animated
too.
mechanism.
She seems so
A
awesome.
researcher
He's
from
fun.
100 years ago.
I wonder what her skirt's made
I
out
know
of.
Tu
her
je lah.
design is so
Almost
cool
mesti dah
and really
beratus yang
detailed.
muka
I
nampak
love it.
macam muka-muka innocent
So,
ni kan.
even though she looked
100 years have passed. Yet
And
there
dia
hasn't
bow,
been
eh?
any change to those dumb rules at the academia. Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift.
Aimed
Bow
shot
dia-
will become a special attack
Okey tak?
that
Dia macam ada
creates a
double
vortex, pulling nearby
double attack.
objects and opponents
Aku rasa
in.
second attack tu damage dia
so she
tinggi.
can clump enemies together.
And there's also another thing about her special charged
Macam
attack.
tak nak macam
It
ganyu
will
tapi
create a vortex effect
boleh lah.
at its point of impact.
lebih kurang lah
And if
F2P
the
punya
attack
ganyu
hits
kot.
an enemy or ally member, it'll apply a mark and create
Yang
a
dia punya
vortex
charge
after a
tadi
short
tu.
delay.
Okay. So it looks like there will be a lot of potential uses for this attack. Travelers will have to experiment with it and see what they come up with.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing to try hitting teammates with the arrow
Look
in
at that.
co-op
Kalau
mode
tengok
and have them
dari
charge
segi
into the
impact
enemies
dia,
to group them all together.
macam damage akan jadi
I'll have to
tinggi
see who
tau.
wants to try that with me. After unlocking the talent Impetuous Flow, the time
Tapi
required
ya,
for
kena
fully
tengok
charging
gameplay dia
Faruzan's
bersama
next
Wanderer
shot will
nanti
be reduced,
baru nak tahu.
and the arrow will
Gempak ke
reduce
tak.
the target enemy. Let's talk about the upcoming event wishes.
Alright,
In
event
the early
wishes.
part of version 3.3,
Ya, aku dah agak dah
the
Wanderer mesti
Wanderer
dengan
and
itu.
Arataki Ito will be available via
And
their own
Faruzan.
event wishes. Faruzan will also be making her debut in these event wishes.
Benda ni memang
In
akan
the
aku.
later part of version 3.3,
Raiden
we'll
Ayato,
be
like I
seeing
said.
rerun event wishes for both the Raiden Shogun
So, yeah.
and Kamisato Ayato.
3.3 punya
And
banner
last
not bad lah.
but not
Macam
least, the new
nampak-nampak juga semua.
5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance,
Ayato
will be
Raiden
appearing in a new
Dua-dua
weapon
karakter tu
event wish.
memang
And
gempak.
that's not all. In version 3.3, 2 brand new artifacts
So, like
will
War
become
Remembrance.
available. So
Rasa macam
travelers should
salah
be sure
nak
to check out the
sebut tu.
corresponding domain.
Woo! More artifacts!
All right.
Oh, new
I hope
artifacts.
travelers will have fun
Desert Pavilion,
experimenting
The
and
Chronicle,
trying new
Flower of
combinations
Paradise
with these.
Lost. Ada
Yeah.
dua artifacts baru. Chun.
We've already talked about a ton of
And
new
more damage
content, so
bonus,
why don't we
so-
take a quick break with another redemption code?
Increase
Sounds
Elemental
good.
Mastery yang lagi
Roll out
satu.
the code.
Woohoo!
So next, we'll be
Akitsu
covering the
Kimo
upcoming
Dameshi.
events for the new
Kita ada
version.
payung.
That's right. We've already mentioned the Test of Courage event, and I'm sure plenty of you were wondering
Okay,
about
payung
that.
tu
So let's
menjadi
start there.
jadi sword Okay, tak
Aha.
pelik lah. Dulu pun
You
ikan
must
jadi
be here
ni
to
kan, jadi
participate in
claymore.
the test of courage. I can already see a dark
event,
aura
Halloween
surrounding
event.
the two of you.
Lebih kurang.
If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up. Some
seram.
strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time.
Boleh withdraw?
This is your last chance. I'll count it down.
Siapa yang rasa
3,
takut main Genshin ni bro?
2, 1. Welcome to the test of courage. enter at your own risk.
Players will have to control
ini
a
dah macam
bouncing bar to bounce a
aku ingat
ball
macam
and
main
use
ni
skill
Tetris.
ball effects to break as many bricks
Tapi
as possible.
macam game lama-lama jugalah ni lebih
Liking
kurang.
this one. Seems pretty straightforward.
During the game, travelers will be able to trigger elemental reactions to break bricks more
Interesting,
effectively.
interesting.
Nice.
Aku suka Genshin macam
It even has
macam banyak
elemental reactions.
letak puzzle game lah
we
lebih
can
kurang
control
kan.
the character to move the bar. When the character we're using is either pyro, hydro, cryo, or electro,
Banyak
the
juga idea
corresponding
Genshin nak
element
buat.
will be
Bagus,
applied
bagus,
to the
bagus. Saya
bar.
suka, saya suka.
Let's move on
Next event.
to our next event.
Okay, so next up, we have a race event called
Across the
the
Wilderness.
Wilderness. Your objective, collecting
Oh,
balloons.
dekat Mondstadt. Alright.
I don't know.
Event
Seems
apa-apa yang
like the
dekat
Wanderer's
Mondstadt aku
abilities
suka.
might come in real
I don't know why
handy
tapi
here.
aku suka gila kat
I
Mondstadt.
know, right?
Dia punya
So,
atmosphere
in
lah
this
memang buat
event,
aku macam
each stage will have
wah.
wilderness balloons scattered all around, and travelers will
Puh,
need to
banyak
consider
siut.
the conditions and terrain of each stage to
Oh,
come up with the
dekat
best way to
dekat
complete
setiap
it.
region ada lah.
Also, travelers
Not
may
just
team up in
Mondstadt, I
co-op
guess.
mode for challenges.
Ooh, more
Co-op
chances
pun
to
ada,
play together.
nice.
I love
Aku
it.
rasa memang
Yeah,
perlu ada kot.
same.
Kalau tengok macam
Okay,
bapak
let's move on to
banyak.
our next event.
Tapi kita ada Spider-Man,
Everyone's
so
favorite
yeah.
game of hide and seek is back with the Wind
Wing
Trace event.
Trace.
And of course, this is
Event ni
going to
pun
be
best.
another co-op event, and I for one am super excited for it.
There's nothing like a good co-op. Many
Kalau
of
player
you might
baru maybe tak
already
pernah
be
main Wing
familiar
Trace
with
ni.
this event
So
by
now dah boleh try
but
main,
there have
memang
been a few
syak.
changes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let me introduce players.
Oh, dia ceritakan
including
balik
your
pada
relative
awal
teammates will be
macam mana nak main
unable
Wing
to
Trace
see
ni.
you while you're invisible.
Mesti sebab
If the
dia
concealing
tahu
beacon
ramai
is
gila player baru
destroyed by
sekarang
the
ni.
hunter,
So dia cakap
then
je
the
lah sekali
hunter
semuanya.
will have their vision obscured for a short time. Sounds pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalau
so
tengok
even
pun
if you end
Genshin
up being
memang
captured by the
ramai
hunter
gila
at the start of the game,
player baru.
you'll
Hari
still
tu
be
pun
able
dia
to
apa?
participate and assist
Dia baru
your
ada menang
teammates.
award Genshin Impact ni.
Did I mention Primo Gems and
So
other
yep,
rewards?
kita boleh nampak dari
Ah,
situ.
the good
Ramai
stuff.
player baru
Be
download,
sure to
baru
check it out.
main. Of
In a
course.
forbidden place
Akan ada
warded by
combat.
dust and sand,
Mesti dungeon realm of
mysterious
sand.
foes have assembled lines of fortifications to stop your coming.
CG. I want TCG. Come on.
And travelers will have to adjust their teams according to the
Oh.
disorder's effects and the distribution of enemies. There will also be trial characters for you to select from as well.
Macam
After
dah
entering the
pernah main
domain,
jugalah, cuma just
travelers
tempat
will need
lain
to go
and
and
nama lain
complete 3
tu je.
challenges to collect ancient runes. After collecting power from 3 ancient runes, we can power up the control array and proceed to the final challenge. Also, throughout the trial, additional benediction
Ini nice lah
mechanisms
sebab
and
macam kita boleh
challenges
guna
will
semua
appear.
karakter kan. Karakter yang kita tak ada
Travelers
pun
may
kita boleh
choose
try.
to interact
We
with
will
these
also be adding a new
Yay!
permanent game
Ni
mode
aku nak.
called
Tak ada
Genius
tunjuk gameplay ke?
Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG!
But before we get
come
into
on.
that,
So while you were telling us about the story, I was over here researching the rules to the
Ayato dengan
game.
Ito dan juga Raiden Shogun.
Genius Invocation TCG is a game where
Duel.
you use a constructed deck of
Alright.
cards to duel against an opponent. The objective is to defeat all
Card
of
ni
your
kita kena
opponent's
collect lah
character
kan?
cards.
that's right.
And kena
Also,
level up
there
juga
are
aku
many
rasa.
features and mechanics in the game that resonate with Genshin Impact's gameplay, so it shouldn't be too hard for players to get the hang of.
3v2.
But I even saw
sorry.
some elemental reactions in the gameplay.
Yup, a constructed
Boleh,
deck
3v2.
must contain character cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack, an elemental skill,
And
and
burst.
an elemental burst. So when a character card deals elemental damage to an enemy, it will cause them to be affected by that element. Then you can switch to a character card of a different element and use their abilities to trigger
Dia punya
an
card design
elemental
pun macam
reaction.
Wait, did you guys notice that
ada
there
yang
are
bergerak,
even
dia tak
monster
bergerak.
character
Maybe yang
cards?
bergerak tu
Can we
yang
even make
rare
a
kot
deck
aku
that's,
rasa.
like just the monsters from the game?
There's also one called the Omni Element. The elemental dice required for a
Omni
character card
element.
to perform an action correspond to the character's element. So, for example, a Pyro character like D-Luke needs either Pyro or Omni Elemental dice to perform an action. Clear now?
Yep, crystal
faham.
clear.
Also, elemental dice can be used to switch characters or play a variety of other cards, such as equipment cards, event cards, and support cards. All these cards create the potential for a variety of strategies.
Other
Dapat
rewards.
Primus juga.
Lucky
Tinggal pada orang
coins
nak.
can be exchanged in the event
Oh,
shop
lawa
for
dia punya
cards,
card ni semua.
or can even unlock dynamic skins for certain cards.
Oh, tu dynamic skin.
skins? Those are cards that have
Okay.
moving illustrations, right?
That's right. All character cards
So,
can
kena
unlock a
beli lah macam
dynamic
nak
skin.
yang bergerak.
After
punya
unlocking
ni.
that, there'll even be a
Okay,
cool bonus
okay.
animation whenever you cast that character's elemental burst.
Cool.
Okay, that's everything we have for Genius Invocation TCG, and that brings us to the end of today's special program.
Okay, menarik.
So, what did
I
you
like
think?
that, I like that. Alright, there you go. Itulah benda-benda baru yang akan datang dalam version 3.3 nanti. And yang macam aku cakap tadi, serius, banyak gila benda menarik yang akan datang. Terutamanya Wanderer. Itu memang paling ramai orang excited untuk dia. Tapi kalau untuk aku, maybe benda yang paling aku excited ialah Genshin Impact TCG. Wanderer tu aku akan excited kalau aku pull dia, tapi ni aku tak pull dia, so bersih-bersih je lah. TCG tu benda yang paling aku tak sabar nak main, and of course lah akan ada content TCG yang aku akan upload nanti. Kalau korang macam mana pula? Benda apa yang paling korang excited untuk version 3.3 nanti? Bagi tahu aku kat komen korang punya jawapan nanti. Anyway, untuk video hari ni sampai di sini sajalah. Aku harap korang semua enjoy dengan video hari ni, and kalau korang baru lagi dekat sini, janganlah lupa untuk subscribe sekali. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.